Okay, boys, here we go. We are going to be playing and getting our hands on our first try of Plataporma. It's a very politically friendly game, very neutral, and of course, who else better to demo than the guy who created it, Sir Ron Villaver.
All right. So
how do we play?
I will teach you guys how to play Plataporma. So first up, for the ones who might not notice, you can cut the sticker. So you can cut the stickers, or you can peel it off. The paper should be fine, and it's a slide out for the hook.
Napanood nung kanina eh. Sir Ron, pwede ka na sa...
So slide out for the hook. Then
unboxing to, literal unboxing.
When you open up the box, it opens up as the rule book of the game, and you have the 72 cards. With the rule book, you have the section A that tells you what are the cards are. So cards they have two parts: the current issue and your candidate.
Okay.
So you can rotate.
Vico Soriano.
Vico Manaloto.
There's a setup, just follow those, and how to play is on step C. There's a sample of how that would look like on section D, and if you are interested in the extended tools, you can hit the QR code and you will see all the other variants of play. So, how do you set it up? Very simple. Shuffle it.
Nanginig ako.
I miss playing a shuffling card.
I miss shuffling cards. And, you give each player 4 cards.
So, let's deal it! Oh, boys, I haven't played the card game in a while. Okay.
Okay, and you would have the youngest registered voter. Sorry. The one who was recently registered to vote.
Hindi kasali si Kap. Matanda na kasi.
Youngest ka pa.
At least may hawak akong camera, I'm safe.
But you're not safe from being older.
So
the youngest, the
most
guy
recently
most recently registered?
Yes.
Gumanon si Sir Ron sa akin. Ako na.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Sige, most recently registered, sabay ito humawak sa television. So,
Ito ka malusot. Bakit?
It comes with age.
Are you accusing me of slander? Go ahead.
Okay. So you're gonna rotate your cards to the candidate, the current issue side.
Okay.
Us, we're gonna use the candidate side.
Okay.
So you're gonna choose one of those current issues. You're gonna be the voter for the round, right?
Nakakatuwa. Meron na ako.
Okay. So once you've chosen, reveal it. We are now, after you've revealed your current issue, we would take turns pitching a pair, a VP and a presidential pair, in accordance to addressing pro against however you want it to that current issue. You will then, after we've done all of our pitches, you will choose which one of us wins the best pair, and we get that point.
Okay.
We are racing to 3 points. Whoever has won that round becomes the next voter, and now everybody else.
Alam ko na pong may bias na pong mangyayari dito. Bias.
But I actually have an issue in mind, at ito ay isa sa mga napag-usapan natin. Before 2022. At dahil sa Spider-Man, No Way Home.
Okay.
Yeah. Baba natin yan. Yeah.
Uy.
MMFF. I'd like to hear your insights about it.
Okay. Yeah.
So he plays this down.
Yes. So we will now figure out a pair from our hand. If you are having a difficulty of finding a good pair, you can discard up to all of those cards, so any number of cards, and then replenish back to 4. So just so that you can find a good pairing for that.
Okay.
All right. So just to kick it off, normally the easiest way is to play left. So you would go first. If you're already, then that's fine. But I can give you guys a sample of how that plays, and then we can do that next round. All right. So yeah, mulligan. Oh, mulligan. So Sir Freddie is getting 3 cards. He discarded 3 cards. All right. So I'll start.
Bakit? Medyo pasok siya na sa...
Okay.
We'll find out.
So my mind is, I think, Okay, I agree that it is a relevant, culturally, it's relevant for us to promote our own films, right? And we need an advocate who will do that. The only problem, I think, personally, why it always has to be at that time of the year is budgetary. It's the best time where they can generate as much revenue. So first off, for my VP, I need somebody who can relate, somebody in our film industry. So I'm gonna bring in Miss Liza just to be able to appeal to the young ones and convince them that hey, you should watch our Filipino films.
Alexandra Tresel.
Yes, Alexandra. But we need funding, so I'm gonna ask former president
Sir Donald
Sir Donald Trump lang naman para hindi na kailangan December. Baka naman pwedeng ibang or all year round para at least hindi meron sa kabangga na
No Way Home release.
yes. No Way Home.
Talaga yun!
Yun sa akin. So, para ma-resolve siya, dapat meron, pero magandang, baka may ibang schedule, kailangan ng budget, Papa Donald.
Sir? Please. Oh, I do have a question. Can I choose separate? For example, gusto ko yung president mo, pero gusto ko yung VP.
No. You have to pick them as a pair. You have to give the point to a pair.
Okay, got it.
And you can explain or not explain why you chose that.
Because you're a voter, you don't need to explain yourself
Yes.
to the candidate.
Yes.
Pero kilala ko naman.
Pero bias mo! Sige sir, kayo muna.
Okay, sa akin, sa VP ko, si Sarah Geronimo.
Oh!
Alam naman natin na ang mga pelikula niya ay laging tinatangkilik ng mga Pilipino. And malapit siya sa puso ng mga Pilipino. So I think she is a good advocate for local movies. Pero siyempre, ang presidente natin, the one and only, ang probinsyano, si Coco Martin. Yeah, diba?
Si Martin.
So, of course, their platform will be very pro-local film. So, I think they will be good ambassadors to promote local films, and in that manner, papalawigin pa nila ang Metro Manila Film Fest.
Wala makan.
Yan na.
Ako na ba? Hindi mo ikinig.
Bias ko. Okay, so MMF, right?
MMFF.
MMFF.
Ba yan?
Ang kailangan mo ng promoter. Kailangan mo ng something to look forward to. I understand.
Yun ba yung problema kasi
I can understand.
Okay,
Liza is there, Sarah is there. Pero may tapalo ba kay Gwen? Pagdating sa pagandaan.
Gwen Stefani ba to? Ano ba sino ba to? Gwen Stacy? Gwen Garcia?
Bahala na kayo. Basta yung sexy na Gwen.
Gwen Garcia. Viva Hot Babes.
Panahon natin yan. Ito singer. Parang makinig ka. Ito singer lang. Ito mukha lang. Ito magaling kumanta. I leave you to your imagination.
Hindi mo panahon yan.
Pero ito panahon ni Captain.
Hilda Coronel ka.
Kailangan nyo ng backer.
Oh.
Walang backer yung kalaban.
Wala bakit?
Ito backer. Ano pa? Foreigner pa. Dayuhan. Ito, dito tayo kay Joseph. Artista yun dati. Joseph Estrada. I'm not saying anything. Pero if you want somebody who will be an eye candy and someone who understands the industry, I give you President and Vice President.
Medyo bumaba si Joseph.
Whoever.
Bakit? Tumakbo siyang mayor eh.
Sino man Joseph yun? Nasa pangalan mo kayo nun.
Joseph Stregan kasi yun eh.
Ano si Joseph lalabas na kagano?
Okay. So paano yung voting?
Yeah, so you will now choose among the three of us which one gets the point.
Ako i-explain ko eh. Explain. I do actually have, meron na akong pipiliin, of course, and ang pipiliin ko is si Liza at si Don.
Bias to, bias! Kaibigan, Dinaya, Rico.
Isa-isayin natin.
Electoral process.
Ito explanation behind that. Si Gwen, sexy star dati.
Oh, ayaw mo pa ba?
Sexy star dati yan. Wala na sabing ginagawa yan. Kasi alaos na hindi ba si Joseph, tapos na.
Okay.
Tapos na yan eh. Tapos na yan. Si Sarah, ang maganda yan. Maganda.
Singer yan.
Singer, artista. At syempre, isama si Coco Martin, hindi namamatay yan.
Oo.
Diba? Hindi namamatay yan.
Ilang season ba ito?
Ang problema kasi, wala tayong baboy. And the point of the issue is,
May bakit na? Ayaw ba?
the point of the issue is, yung date. And ang ganda lang ng pagkapasok ni Sir Ron na si Liza can be your, your face. Pero kung gusto mong backing, bakit nga ba December lang? Hindi! Whole year round, MMFF. Pasok to na.
I see. So dahil dyan, wala kang Spider-Man the entire year. Hayop ka. Thanks na po, mga kapatid. Okay, so it also plays into, how well you explain your case.
Yes,
right?
yes. Of course.
Or regardless of how biased the person is supposed. You have to be explaining yourself well. Pero magkano ba ang may 500 pa dyan para hindi umay. So,
550.
Okay. So,
So I got the point.
Okay.
And we will just refill our cards. So you, keep it.
Okay.
We will just add. Back to 4.
Okay.
All right. And now I'm going to be the new voter for the round. So I'm going to pick. And as this is good advice, whenever you play this game, read this part of the rule book. Disclaimer. This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, businesses, places, events, locales, and incidents are either the products of the designer's imagination or used in a fictitious manner.
Right.
Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events are purely coincidental. Thank you.
Kung ano mang sasabihin namin, the game made us do it.
At sa totoo lang mga kaibigan dahil sa game lang ito, kung ano man sinasabi ni Sir Don, totoo yun. Katulad sa Nintendo yan, wala kaming peking games. Okay, let's do this!
Ayan, okay. So, alright. Sige. Dito tayo, tingnan natin. Okay, actually, medyo pala tayo, sir, isang naiiwang medyo related dun sa World War. Although, so we have the Taliban take over. Okay. And of course, you can even relate to that with the World War. Ano yung president or vice president natin that can address, national security at the same time, how do we actually interact and play a role in the wars at the moment?
Question, can I mulligan multiple times?
Yes, you can.
I can.
Yep.
So I want to mulligan everything.
Ay, ba yung susunod ba?
I just want to change my card. Pwede naman anytime.
Pwede naman.
Okay.
I'll answer.
I don't kasi...
3.
Fuck. I don't know how Gerard would help.
Gerard Butler.
Nag-create na show pa yun eh.
Gerard Butler.
Ay, di ba naman?
Hugh Jackman. Gerard Butler sa ano nga siya, di ba?
Ayun.
White House na.
Olympus has fallen.
Pati sa
Olympus has fallen.
Ano yun yung sa Netflix? Law-abiding citizen.
The 300. Okay. So the issue is Taliban.
Yes.
So you go first because you go to the left, right? It's now
Yes.
okay. We'll do the normal progression.
Ako pwede ako mag-mulligan.
Yeah.
Okay. Yung vice president natin to answer the issues of the Taliban is Kiko. Kiko Maching.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I think Kiko Maching is a very, dahil monkey siya, hindi siya magiging bias pagdating sa issue ng pananampalataya. Alam naman natin ang source ng problema ng Taliban or sa Pilipinas, di ba nagkaroon tayo sa Marawi,
Yes.
is yung feeling ng mga kapatid natin na Muslim, na-discriminate sila. Dahil matching siya.
Walang discrimination.
Walang discrimination, di ba? And ito, ang ating presidente, actually hindi to si Jose Rizal, ito si Rizal Ali. Ewan ko kung naalala nyo ba, si Rizal Ali naalala niyo yung time na nag-hostage siya. Yun din yung issue, di ba? Dahil na ano sila. And I think during that time, he became a folk hero for the South.
Right.
Diba?
It became relevant.
So, si Rizal Ali.
Okay.
Yun yung pitch ko.
Galing. Mahusay yan.
So, uuna yung presidente.
Hindi naman.
Pwede.
Up to you.
Okay.
And just a tip, actually, minsan kaya mong kung wala talaga, pero there's a very strong single candidate. You can pitch it like that, tapos meron lang extra na.
Ako meron. Okay. Taliban ang issue natin. So, labanan niya eh. Lumadan yan eh. Gusto ko lang ibanggit si Ben. As VP. Ben Bantay.
Akala ko Ben.
Ben Bantay. Kasi syempre siya yung gumawa ng bayani. So he knows kung ano yung kailangan natin. Kailangan natin ng bayani. Wow. Hindi para makipaglaban, pero para magkaroon ng understanding. Syempre, kailangan may matibay kang presidente. Napasok ko dyan si Kong.
Hoy!
Alam mo bakit?
Kiko, may Kong!
Parang lugi ako dun, mas malaki yung mga
Malaki
kanya.
ito!
Hari yan eh! Hari yan! Diba? Presidente ka, hari ka eh! Lugi Kong! Malakas yan! Lugi Kong!
Mas malaki yung mga
Ito Kong eh!
Lugi ko matching bias, ito king to eh! Kung anong gusto ko, yun!
Crazy!
Diba? Crazy!
Okay. Ganyan lang ang level ng mga tao ngayon. Meron lang, what I will propose.
Sipain ka ni King.
King lang yan eh. Tayo yung akin.
Yeah.
The problem with Taliban is, yes, it's religious, yes, it's socio-economic, but let's address the situation. It's really, why do we create war when there is nothing to be happy about at all? Walang, kailangan mo muna, kaya mo ng social gathering, social reform. Kaya
And social distancing.
social lubricants.
Oh.
Katulad ni Barack. Si Barack, he is
Baka ba yan? Gumaganda akong matatato eh.
ang pangalan niya nga eh. Pero hindi ko alam kung sino yun, pare. Pero he came from the same ethnicity. He understands the culture.
Alam niya yan.
And he knows what the real root of the problem is. And it's not about violence, it's about prosperity. Pero pag hindi pa rin sumunog, si paring Ping na papala. You need external support, but internally you have to protect yourself also. So, if you solve the socio-economic problem when there are still bad guys creating the issue, si paring Ping ang bahala.
Pinglawan to eh.
Ha?
Si Pinglawan.
Si Ping lang ako, diba? Very appropriate, diba? Para, yan.
Okay.
Mga kapinglawan.
Ping, mayroong uungguin ka lang yung dalawa. Sabi sa'yo, bro.
Excuse me!
Pare.
King!
Di mas malaking kaungguyan niya. Pare. Ito, tatak. May serbisyo. Plus, 500.
At hindi pa ito pa. Ayaw niyo kay Sir Ben
May vote
Banta.
buying.
Ito.
May vote buying.
Ben. Kakantahan ka.
Puro kantahan lang yan. Vote now, sir. I'll leave it to you. I know. You will make the right choice.
Okay, sige. So,
Pinglawan, medyo malapit siya.
So actually, I would vote actually si Barack. I agree with the social reform that would help. Although, ironically, yung side effects ng pag-pull out nila, I think hindi naman yun si Joe Biden yung
Will not pull out. In fact, we go all the way in. Once you go black, you never go back.
Lubricant
No, sa lubricant.
By social lubricant.
Have you ever played the game like this? I don't think so.
Hindi ko sumasakit ang ulo nila sa akin.
Oh, this was a mistake.
keep it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so I won.
Bawas na isang
Ay, Ben.
Yeah. Alright. Cool. Okay, so that's you. That's your point. That's to indicate na you have a.
Okay.
So you won the Taliban topic. I won the. You are now. So I'm gonna.
Actually, it fits.
Hayop. Kasasabi lang nila dati, di ba, kulay ng balat ang pinag-aawayan. Pwede t-shirt ko na lang. Sawa na ako dun. Okay, so I now pick the topic.
Correct.
Let's go! Okay.
Napamalo si Lord sa sa lamesa. Mukhang
Kaya lang, mapapahiya ang edad ko eh. Tatanungin ko lang ha.
Buligan lang ako. Buligan.
Honest ako, ayoko yung muligan kasi gusto ko rin matuto eh. I'm not Gen Z, so fuck does this mean? What's this mean?
Fear of missing out.
Really? And you know? Sa edad mo, fear of missing out? Okay, sige. I will...
Hindi mo alam yung FOMO.
Yes, I am that old. Okay, so the topic I'm not I'm going to pick a topic that's very relevant to today, and of course, I want to get your answer to it. What is your position?
Yan.
Social lubricant, get back to the people. Now it's the position. What is your position on Sal? Sal-in is, for me, the main problem here is transparency.
Yeah.
And this then creates a whole lot of issues whether you reveal it or not. In fact, both have issues. So where do you stand? From the left. So it's starting with the wrong.
Okay. So, I think on my end, I need public servants who are, number one, they know the merits of the law. In order for them to really create the correct rules on how this is accessed, how this is publicized, how it's used. Kasi the point of it all naman is public servant nga sila. So, while in the public service na, you now are, in essence, serving the public, and that is end-to-end. Diba? Of course, you still have your private life, pero in terms of promoting trust, in giving that trust to your constituents, if you are able to provide transparency, then at least you are also gaining back trust. So, kailangan natin ng very knowledgeable sa rules and legal laws natin. So, of course, the president that got away,
My president.
Merriam-Webster. Alam na lahat.
yes.
Alam na lahat.
Dictionary completo.
Dito lahat yan.
Encyclopedic knowledge yan.
Miriam.
Saka mapapa-dictionary ka talaga.
Ano daw sabi ko? What is ergo? Ergo. Yes, sir.
Yan. So that is my vice president. Because she needs to support this president. Another one that got away. Maybe the Philippines might have been very different if he was alive. And again, all because of ang salin medyo values driven. So kailangan yung nationalistic values mo ang nagda-drive doon sa iyong purpose para i-reveal ang
Nagkasalungat Pero encyclopedia, ito walang high school na naipangalan sa kanya
Pero yun naman yung rules natin Ang presidente talaga kayang na hindi
okay lang, pero maraming kumigimik dyan.
Mahal dyan.
Oo, medyo mahal dyan.
Okay. Thank you for your plataforma, yes sir.
Okay. For Vice President, kailangan ipasok si Dick.
Yan! Dahil lang gusto natin sobrang lubricant.
Yes.
Ito, pare, pangalan pa lang, lubricant na. Lubricant necessary.
Pasok na dapat yan, automatic.
Okay. Kaya napasok na natin si Dick. Si Kim, sasabihin niya, dapat ilabas ang salin. Okay? Yan, yun.
Ang ganda!
Pagkapasok dapat sa labas lang.
Pwede ba ako pumili? Ito na!
Kalaban mo yan, balimbing to.
Ito na ako Pwede na ako dyan.
Enough said.
Dick, labas, pasok.
Dapat ilabas ang salin.
Para sa akin, itong akin. Talagang pinagpilihan ko itong mga ito. Una-una sa lahat, para sa akin, ang salin, kailangan talaga maging transparent tayo dyan. Pero mag-iingat dapat tayo. Dapat mag-iingat tayo, di ba? Never panic. Do not panic. It's organic.
Alright.
Do not panic. Malinis to malinis.
Okay.
Pero syempre, kailangan may presidente ka na medyo alam yung takbuhan. Diba? They know the law. Right. Alam ang lahat. Kung alam din ni Merriam-Webster, alam din nito. Sadly, hindi siya nagkaroon for whatever. Pero ngayon meron.
Oy!
Yun!
Oy!
Chance siya ngayon.
Ninoy.
Yun yung singer eh.
Ah,
Ninoy Agustin.
Ninoy Bulante? Kilala ko yun.
Ninoy Bulante.
Kaibigan ko yung pala yun. Okay, ako po yung mamimili.
Benjamin?
Ninoy in the island of the Philippines. Ang mamimili ako, obvious choice. Napsel, Dick and Kid. Tapos na. Wala ko sama. Agree ba?
Agree.
Pag pinasok, labas mo.
Dapat ilabas.
Maraming salamat sa iyong pagpasok. sir.
Pagpasok, labas. Pasok ulit. Labas ulit.
Kailangan ilabas eh. Okay, so now it's Sir Freddie's turn to vote.
After na ito guys, mag-Q&B tayo para at least
Para ano, hugas lang.
Plus points.
Hugas moralidad. Yes, sir.
This is a topic that I actually recently did a YouTube video, personally. YouTube video on this topic.
Oh.
So let's discuss.
Cancel.
Cancel.
Boy, I like that. Mulligan tayo. Sige, ako na po muna.
Yes, please go ahead. Enthrall us with your
Cancel culture. Bad trip yan. Ngayon lang naman yan eh.
correct.
Diba? Ngayon, syempre gusto ko yung DP ko. Naranasan na yan. Alam niya na kung anong pakiramdam na na-cancel. Pero bumalik siya. Bumalik siya. Ang kamao ng Pilipinas.
Money.
Muntik na makancel eh.
Talaga.
Hindi natin bagito kami.
Ibang money lang naman yan. Money.
Naman.
Ay, fictional.
Fictional ha? Fictional money.
Again.
Yung money, the mechanic.
Hindi, actually, tatay ko yun, Manny Santilig.
Okay. Daddy.
Daddy. Ayan, okay. So, syempre, meron ka ng experience. Experience ka na eh. And, mahal ng masa. Ngayon, kailangan mo ng maganda-gandang bako. Kailangan mahal din ng mga taong alam ang cancel culture. Which is mga kids. Pasok na si Papa Ilong. Diba?
Ilong.
Gusto ng mga tao yan ngayon eh. Siyempre, doon tayo sa Mars eh. Nagre-ready na sila ng condo doon eh. Doon tayo.
Yung
Kasi na SMDC.
No, SMDC.
SMDC on Mars?
Si Elon Musk meron ng ano eh. May partnership na sila with Ayala.
Wow.
May mall na doon eh. Kaya tayo.
Sino presidente dito?
Si Elon.
Is that enough for you, sir? Do you want to continue? Or do you want to get the real
I
answer?
want to hear all the candidates.
Very
All the candidates to be on the podium.
Yun!
I will not vote for somebody I cannot.
Yun! Very fictional to guys. Fictional to
This, whatever we say, the game made us do it. Actually, may panapat tayo dyan. Or somebody who has experience in cancel culture.
Oy.
An even bigger name, an even more experienced name than that.
Kesa dun sa kamao.
Kaya sa Takamo, ito, the Cuchillo with the splitting bala, si Lito. Who else better to know what
Ay,
cancel
kilala ko yan. Umiikot sa ere yan eh.
Oy.
Maraming beses bago bumagsak.
Tapos pagka bumalik ko, dalawang tatamaan.
Pero importante din yung kamagong niya.
Ay, oo
Ah.
naman. Siyempre, pag babato yan,
Diba?
diretso yan sa ano eh.
Yeah.
Sleep eh.
But that person,
Tracking.
ladies and gentlemen, this person has been around for a long time, has experience. But we need somebody that can relate to younger people.
Yeah.
In fact, somebody who was inspired, countless generations to become tough. Si Robin. Kasi si Robin, tsaka ito, luma na to eh. Itong bago to eh. In fact, ang pinakabagong nito, yung gumaganon-ganon siya. Hindi ko na lang masabi kung ano yun ha. Pero hindi na-cancel yun.
Hindi na-cancel.
Whatever this guy does, it's as ridiculous as it is, never gets cancelled.
Sabi niya, di ba? Mahal na nga kita eh. Kahit sino ka pa.
Tapos na ko sa'yo. Huwag ko lang kakain ng labuyo. Pero yun po ang sa inyo. Somebody from the past generation to the current generation.
Okay.
250 yan.
So, aking Vice President, actually, sa cancel culture, ang cure ko sa kanya is the uncancelables. Yung hindi nila ma-cancel. So Elton John, ang dami na niyang mga...
Ang dami nangyari dito.
Pero wala. Immune, di ba? That's on the celebrity side. So VP, they will make songs about it. Pero the true
Yan.
uncancelable. Ilang kingdoms na.
Kaharian?
Ilang kingdoms na.
Kahit
Wala
si Tito,
pa rin.
wala
Wala pa rin. That's Queen. The Queen. Hindi nakaka-cancel. Wala yan.
naman!
Parang true. Hindi ba issue din tong yung dalawang yan? Sa social issue both of them. Pero Queen.
Akala ko friends sila eh.
Anong laban na?
Ang laban.
Are we allowed to counter?
Yes, pwede.
Yes, of course.
You are allowed to, tawag dito?
Further
Rebut.
pressure. Rebut.
Yes, you are
Point.
allowed to rebut.
Point, ma'am.
Ito lang sasabihin kay Sir. Dayuhan yan.
At ito pa, Queen Elizabeth yan. Maraming namin.
Dayuhan yan. Ito, peperahan ka lang nito. Parang investor yan.
Excuse me, hindi na kailangan. Pictures pa na.
Yung daming manok nito eh.
Business yun.
Although I agree na si Manny and si Elton and si Queen are immune almost to cancel culture, diba? But I have to go for 100% Filipino machismo.
Yeah!
The true uncancelable.
100% Filipino machismo na hindi tinatablan ng cancel culture.
Tatang ka dyan.
Yung mga nagka-cancel pang tinataplan.
The local Zora yan eh.
Sa isang muting bayan ng San Jose. Okay, 2 points. So I got 2 points, right?
Yes.
And just one more point for one.
Saan na yung ano mo? Ay, what? Yeah. Ito pala.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Thank you.
Julio Valiente!
Isang muting bayan ng San Jose. Nako! Nako! Pwede ba magbuligan bago magsimula? Oh,
Ito naman ang magbibigay ng topic.
Ako nanalo nga pala, no? Okay. Ako nga pala yung nanalo. Ako nga pala yung nanalo, not to brag.
Relax. Kasi matibay yung mga ano ko dito.
Talaga ba?
Ay, ako naman sabi ko sa'yo. Mga kaibigan, makikita nyo ang pagbabalik ng Matang Lahi.
Okay, so, we talked about, may problema ako pare. Ito pare, I give you this problem. Parang masyado nang marami to, dapat nang subuin.
Yan.
Hindi na siya maganda, hindi na siya healthy sa komunidad ng Pilipinas. Bayan kong mahal. At mahal talaga sila. Pwede bang anong gusto niyong gawin sa yung bahay ko ay punong-puno eh. Mahal pa. Bibili ka pa lupa, kailangan pa vermicast. Hindi pa pwedeng yung lupa na lang dyan. No? So, I beseech you, people.
Dito lang ako nakaka-experience na gusto mong turn ng monster sa bahay.
Di ba? Plantitas na, alam ba problema ng
Malakas ang kandidato ko.
Sige.
Kaya ko labanan niya.
Okay, sige. So, plantitos at plantitas. Ang problema kasi yan, kailangan natin ng understanding muna, no? Okay.
Wine.
So,
Kasalanan ba?
Nag-iisip ni Sir Ron.
If I may just say, sir, you did this problem. You wrote the damn game.
Kasalanan mo yan.
You dug this hole.
okay. So, para magkaroon ng understanding, kailangan natin na medyo may konti tayong celebrity namin. Magbigay, mag-promote. So yan, padala natin si Ninong Ray.
Si Ninong Aquino.
Ninong Ray. Para at least makinig sila na wag naman sobra, di ba? Pero pag hindi pa rin sumunod, balik natin si Presidente.
Yan.
Obosin.
Obosin lahat.
Obosin yung lahat yan.
Obosin lahat.
Tamo yan eh.
Sanogin. Sanogin to. Sanogin.
Bulutin niya.
Diba? Drug sale.
Patayin ko yan. Patayin ko lahat yan.
Patayin ko, ihihan ko yan lahat. Ubusin ko lahat yan.
Obusin ko yan.
Okay.
Okay.
In 3 to 6 months, gano'n.
Oo, ganda-ganda yung laban doon.
Ganito confident sa kandidato.
Hindi na kayo excited.
Wala siyang vice. Hindi na kailangan.
Oh,
Sino bang alam natin na pinakang villainous na plantita? Di ba si Poison Ivy?
Oh.
Poison Ivy, plantita. So, talaga yung pinakang villainous na plantita. Sino ang kalaban niya? Lagi siyang talo. Bahala na si Batman. Bahala na si Batman kay Poison Ivy. Solve ang problema niyo.
May point
Parang it's hard to argue, ha?
Point,
Oo naman, plantito si...
Pero kaya ko labanan itong dalawang.
May bulabang ka.
Sige.
May bulabang ka kay Obosin. Tsaka kay Batman. Sige, meron.
Una mo sa lahat, kailangan natin, gusto nyo machismo eh. Gaya tayo sa machismo.
Oh,
Kailangan medyo maangas para labanan itong mga platita na to.
maangas pre mo
Kaya,
yan.
ilang mas maangas po.
Oh.
Mas maangas po. Marunong mag-gitara.
Oy.
Marunong mag-gitara to. Pero, pag hindi na talaga kaya, yung gitara, magiging baril. Antonio Banderas.
Oy, si El.
Desperado to eh. Diba?
Ano?
Problema, hindi pa kaya eh. Ito yung presidente ko.
Oo.
In a snap, ubus lahat yan. Thanos!
Dito na ako. Thanos.
Guys, si Thanos lang ang malakas!
Plantita stock. Because of the things that you put forward, I like Batman, but I do not like the uncertainty. Yung bahala si Batman, medyo... Ito...
Patayin lahat yan.
Okay na papatayin, tapos lulutuin pa. Binigyan pa ng kabuhayan ito eh. Diba?
Ginawang laing eh.
Diba? Dito naman tayo kay Thanos. Sorry. Kahit si Thanos.
Thanos for the win.
Para may panalo naman si Pino. Kung
Parang kasi ko yung Thanos ay nag-trap card ng
Hindi nila ako siniseryoso mga kaibigan.
Okay, ito. Everybody has a wonder.
Si ano na.
So now it's
Ako na.
yours.
Pare.
Ano may ganito dito, sir?
Problema. Talaga, actually, gusto ko talaga malaman kung ano talaga yung tingin niyo dito. Kasi it's been 2 years.
Has it?
It's been 2 years. Kailangan namin malaman. Ano nangyayari sa online classes?
Oh!
Yan!
Nako!
Very relevant to mga kaibigan ha. Sana makita natin si King Kong.
King Kong ang tatapos sa online
King Kong
classes.
ang tapos sa online classes. Sige, gusto ko marinig yung mga ano yung plataforma nila.
Alam, huli ka na yun. Wala panalo rito. Biski ako, wala. Iba yung ano mo eh. Iba yung lapat mo.
Medyo mahirap kasi ito eh.
Ito, sige. Online classes. It requires a certain mulig. Wala akong mapili. Biski ako, di ko boboto yun. Okay. Online classes. Online classes are here to stay. It only needs some bit of hybridization, but a very important support program.
Yeah.
Yung kandidato niya kanina,
Sino?
he is only as good, si Batman.
Si Batman.
He is only as good as his support. And no one has ever supported the world's greatest detective other than Alfred. You need to have a support. Pag mapasok mo yung bata, kailangan nakahanda yung pagkain. Kailangan merong, kumbaga, suporta sa likod.
Alfred, no?
Oo. Ngayon, kailangan mo ng pambayad yan.
Syempre. Mahal niya si Alfred.
Mahal ang online class. Mahal si Alfred.
Di ba, apelido niya, di ba? Pennyworth.
Di ba?
Worth every penny.
Dito tayo kay Mang Donald.
Donald lang.
Sino bang nagbigay nito kanina sa'yo? Malaman to di ba? Kasi, you can attest to that. You bought it.
Di ba kini Scrooge?
Oo. May kukunin pera yan. So, it will support the children to get the most out of their learning.
Okay.
As long as there is a strong support system.
Maganda. Financial backing.
Financial,
Financial backing at butler ko.
Butler, may pera ka rin dyan, ma'am.
Ang online classes, actually, mura lang to patakbuhin.
Gusto ko yung kasi tayo set.
Medyo malumahan na eh.
Mura lang siya patakbuhin. Kasi, Zoom lang,
Oh.
Google Meet, di ba?
Hindi na
Ang
kailangan.
problema, boring talaga eh. Ang hirap talagang ipuhanin.
Agree.
So, kailangan medyo animated, medyo lively. Diba?
Mickey Mouse at SpongeBob.
So, ang aking VP, yung kaya mag-morph into different characters. Panagpalit ng
Parang
class.
excited ako dyan eh.
Diba? Oh, si Ben 10. Diba?
Omnitrix siya.
Bang! Diba? Pagka nagturo ng physics, tapos si Forex ang gagamitin. Diba? Pag nag-math ka, si Speedster, diba? Pasok na.
Pwede rin si Speedster sa PE.
Diba? Pero ngayon, siyempre, foreign yan. So, kailangan natin yung makakapag-appeal. That's, in fact, kaya pa nga niya multiple languages, di ba? And so, si Alexander 13, siya ang ating presidente.
Wow.
Japanese, Chinese, English, Tagalog, di ba?
Konbanwa Nuno.
Tama.
Narinig ko yan, ano? Konbanwa Nuno. Muntik ko sagutin.
Takot mo lang.
Kaya nga kumain akong chocolate. Okay.
Sige, in support of online classes, ang VP natin, ang inyong kapuso. Jessica, alam naman natin na meron siyang pinapanood natin online. Magaling siya magturo. So I guess, magaling ang kung paano niya i-produce ang mga educational na curriculum and yung ano bang tawag doon sa ginagawa ng mga teacher?
Lesson plan.
Lesson plan. Magiging magaling siyang gumawa ng mga ganun. And of course, ang taong naniniwala sa kinabukasan ng ating bayan ay ang kabataan. Sigurado, he will have the interest of the students in mind.
Ano pa niya hawak? Wala kasi sa balikat lang na baril.
Tinodas lang yun nila dito.
Sige, siguro pili na ako magaganda yung mga points niya. Magaganda yung points niya. Pero ako kasi naniniwala talaga ako na ang mga kabataan ng ating future talaga. Future talaga. Importante talaga. Kaya doon tayo kay Rizal.
Ayaw mo ng foreigner.
Ayaw mo ng Alexander 13.
Kinaalim. Ganyan talaga yan, bro. Bias yan.
May violate yung mga kabataan pag si Alexander tayo.
Pag hindi, alam ba bumagsak ka, no? Bang! Patay yung teacher. Patay yung teacher. Okay, sure.
Let's, the issue, isa sa pinakamainit na issue ngayon, fake news.
Oy!
Fake news.
At what point do we stop mulligan? Kung may napatay. Parang gusto niya yung buong dick hawakan niya.
Hindi nga, hirap nga eh.
Tinitiis ko lang eh. So, ikaw muna sasagot.
Dapat isa lang, pero...
Dapat isa lang.
Isa lang.
Pwede, once per turn. Yun yung official.
The official rules is once per turn.
Kanina ka rin.
I don't
Hindi naman. It's
confirm
okay.
nor deny your accusation.
Pero we're playing casually, so it's okay.
Pero masaya mo pag marami. Pag isa lang ang muli ka na, talagang doon ka lang. Siguro sa fake news, kailangan natin ng isang VP na marunong magbigay ng tamang data. No? Na nasa isang stasyon na kilala bilang taga-pagsunod ng katotohanan.
Bigat.
At walang bahid ng ng katatawanan kasi talagang seryoso sa balita. Siyempre si Mark Logan na kita. Hinahati niya, fake news, tanggal niya Mark Logan.
Bagay, wala pang di napapatunayang mali si Mark Logan. Diba?
Siyempre, ito, malapit sa akin. Para sa akin, kung ito ay talagang, kung siya talaga yung nanalo, sigurado, ang katotohanan ay ilalabas. Ang aking kasi, na si Miriam. Miriam Kiambao.
Wow! Beauty queen. Ganda nga. Okay. Ako naman po. Okay. I've never been
Tatalo mo ba sa matlo?
antayin mo. In fact, I will. This has been a problem of me personally. I've never liked any form of fakery and lying and deceit.
Yeah.
Yan. So, there is only one way to safeguard ourselves from that. And that is ang probinsyano. Mga mandaraya dyan, mga masinungaling dyan, ipupulis na yan. He will watch. Lumalaban niya si Baba ng tren.
Sabihin niya nga S.
Ha?
Sabihin niya S.
Anyway, support, parang hindi. But once peace and truth has been established, it has to be maintained. By hook or by crook, it has to be maintained. And speaking by hooks and crooks, fake ito laro to we will enact very strong internal policies to make sure only the news that is real, that is accountable.
Ferdinand, di ba yun yung bull?
Ha?
Yung Ferdinand, na bull?
Oo. The Ferdinand. He will ensure that the news is certified, verified.
At kumaat ka na. Si Ferdinand Magellan.
Oo, malayo ang inabot yan.
1562.
Oh.
1562. Inland Magellan. Are, wala ka nang hanapin pa.
Okay. Sa akin,
Si Boy Swapit,
sa akin, actually, naging useful na, sa kanya yung fake news ng konti.
Oh?
For a brief moment, that as the truth also came out, pero at least na-manage na niya. So, pwede niyang sabihin fake news. So, minsan, siguro may konting yun. Si Paolo Bejones, mabas yung kanya.
Hindi naman katotohanan. Parang hindi naman fake news yung pinapakita.
Katotohanan naman kasi naman nangyari.
Yun nga.
Pare, 3 parts yun.
Yun nga.
Okay yun.
At least, na-prolong niya, na safety muna niya yung, yung friend niya.
Actually, ito, literal. Social lubricant yan.
In fact, hindi yung kasama niya yung tinitigan ko siya. Tsaka niya ako namatay. Sabi ko, ay, ang galing ni Paolo. Iba.
Alam mo, si Paolo Conte siya.
Malaki. As a friend, pwede rin. Go to Baguio as a friend.
Yan. Pero, at least meron na siyang experience. So, ito talaga nag-suffer sa fake news. Dapat, kung hindi siguro siya na fake news, malamang siya ang presidente natin. Noong time na yun. Pero mahal din.
Man yan.
Yes.
Kanina pa iniipit to.
Hindi mo mabalik. Dishonest to! Bumalik
Bumalik pa.
Actually, dito may nakatago.
Yan.
Siguro sa lahat na ito, may babarahan si Sir.
I can only give back what I belong. What I own.
Ako yung masasabi ko lang kayo, may journalist ka na.
Nasa sa'yo.
Actually, si Mark Logan talaga wala pa ako narinig na fake news dyan.
Totoo yan.
Pero, I think Miriam kinda hindi siya
she also worked with the opportunity.
I think pinakang nabiktima talaga ng fake news na is Bonifacio. So I give it to Bonifacio. Although medyo kay Paolo hindi talaga fake news.
Actually, kay Paolo kasi hindi tayo yung binigay sa akin.
Hindi fake.
Kaligaya.
Hindi fake yun. Totoo yun.
I'll give it to Bonifacio.
Sige na nga.
Although kung si Mark Logan at saka si Bonifacio sana yung
Wala, killer yun.
Iba talaga si Mark Logan yung dating nila.
laging katotohanan.
Sa bagay, kung si Miriam Tiambaw ng mga siniging presidente, ano nangyayari?
Hi! Okay. 2 points each.
So,
1 point lang ako.
1 point.
So, galingan yung dalawa. It could end already. So, ang topic natin is #It's complicated.
Alam ko yan.
Pag-humuligan ulit ako. Pero isa lang.
Sige, hindi na ako kailangan humuligan. Ito na.
Wala nang humuligan. Sige, ito na. Game. Wala nang humuligan.
Ako, hindi. Kung gusto nyo humuligan, okay lang.
Sige, humuligan ko.
Ito na. Sige.
Sige, sino mauna?
It's complicated, di ba?
Ayaw muna, sir.
Okay, sabay ko nang ibababa. Ito kasi yung dalawang to, talagang complicated. Si Gerald at si Kim.
Tinapos ko yung tanong.
Parang yan.
Parang banal.
Hindi ko na nga kailangan explain eh.
Oo, napanood ko na eh.
Sinuta mo yung best friend mo eh. Diba? Mahirap nung siya tayo mo best friend mo.
Ay, ako.
Yun eh.
Can I back out from there?
Paano na ang baka mo?
How do you beat that?
Nag-pull out.
Actually, sila na lang.
Enough said.
But is that possible if the person has nothing and he can he really lose?
Consider. Talaga mag-consider ka kayo.
Ay, what can you say?
Try.
Try lang.
Sige.
Ako na. Please. Beat that.
Sige. Kung ganun ang gusto nila, kung it's complicated, huwag natin pa-complicated. Para maging hindi komplikado ang lahat, kailangan natin ng sweet music. Siyempre, Carlos Santana makapagbigay.
Yun.
Siyempre.
Ano, may gusto rin yan dito. Panood ko rin. Tasya pa ng showbiz.
Ganyan ka lang din eh. Bahala na si Batman. Bakit? Eh, it's complicated. Wapala kayo.
Okay.
Huwag na natin pa-complicated.
Pero ito, aminin ko, delikado pa rin tayo dyan. Yung argumento niya, malakas eh.
Kahit nga pati baba ko, di pa rin mananalo.
Even the lack thereof, talagang ano eh. Pero sige, lalabanan ko yan. Gusto mo complicated. Di, simulan natin si Vice.
Best ganda.
Ha?
Best ganda.
Hindi, kaibigan na si Tony. Yun lang eh. Magkasalita lang yan eh. Complicated kasi...
Tony Nebraska.
Ha?
Tony Nebraska.
Tony
Nebraska.
And if you want to further complicate things and total showbiz lahat to. Di si Ito Jones.
Kala ko ba kailangan natin i-solve to? Ay, nakomplika mo lang lalo eh.
They hear me out. Kaya ako ibinigay itong both members of the complication kasi no one else can solve it than those who cause it. The cause be the carrier, the problem is, the solution is the problem itself. Pero with that, actually, I withdraw my candidacy. Alam ko na pipiliin.
Wala nang mas kukumplika pa dito eh.
Lahat po nang binabasa complicated showbiz. Wala pong political agenda, showbiz pala po. Lars Santiago po, updated.
Ironically, I find this more complicated.
Oh!
So,
ang technique doon, kunwari, susuko ka lang. Atras po ako, di ba po po?
Dapat lang hindi ko pinabasa si Batman.
Maraming salamat mga kaibigan. Ako po ang nagiging.
Dapat
you have
pinabasa
3
si Bong.
points. There you go.
Si Bong Navarro.
Ayan o.
Komplikado dito eh.
Dalang Foods.
Dala ng pools.
Okay, so I got 3 points.
You get 3 points and you win the game.
I
That is how you play PLATAPORMA.
Ay, naku. Nakakako po ako in 3 to 6 months.
Space escape dalawa.
Oh, but that is all warfare is based on deception. Tandaan. I will fail. I promise in 3 to 6 months.
Nakakatuwa yung game.
Ang saya, no?
Sobrang saya.
It's fun. Kasi the more shenanigans you throw into it, the more challenging it becomes. Kasi now, it's the choice of the player who would really either be so entertained with what you've done, said, or actually sees the point in what you're saying.
Yep.
So, masaya siya.
You can. But I've played a game where somebody just played purely facts. As in talaga facts. Tapos sasabayan siya ang kalaban niya, comedy naman. Pero umiikot pa rin kung saan napupunta yung yung point. Galing. Kasi nga, wala eh. Actually, there's also humor in truth. So pag talagang hard truth, minsan nakakatawa din. So, it also
Ni Gerald Kim.
Doon pa lang eh. Doon umiikot yung usapan.
Ang ganda, ang saya. Ako excited na ako ilaro ito kasama ng kaibigan.
I do too. In fact, I'm thinking maybe we could do this online and have the viewers decide.
Oo, bakit hindi, no?
So we can have the viewers decide who has the best argument and
that is a very good variant. Yeah.
Not the
So-
boards.
So the public has the topic, We randomly
Yeah,
draw it.
Tapos tayo yung...
Tapos, yes.
Tandaan niyo po, ang iharap mo yan sa'yo. Iharap mo yan sa'yo. Iharap mo yan sa'yo. Nakikita niyo po ba yan? Nakaharap na ba? Yan po, hindi po umaatin ng debate. Hindi po nagpapakita ng
Hindi nagpapakita yan.
Puro unity ang sagot.
Puro unity ang gusto.
Pero pagka debate at plataforma, ayaw maglaro. Pero I think this is really it's a very safe way to throw in whatever accusation you want.
I didn't feel anything political about it.
No, I had fun. In fact,
I mean, aside from the topic, of course. Pero I mean, when you're throwing out names, di ba? Who would have thought na pagdating ng Kong? King yan! King Kong, usapan.
Hindi, pero highlight, play of the game was the Gerald team. Play of the game, Matt.
One time, big time.
One time, big time. Did not win the match, but that was probably the moment of the game that will go down in the annals.
Sabi parang ayoko na eh.
Actually, nagre-resign nga ako.
Resign na kayo.
Pero sabi nung botante, wag daw. Eh, gusto ng tao eh. Diba? May nagawa. May nagawa na.
Ang galing.
Only na. Sabi nila, kamukha ko rin.
Hindi ka
Kung lang tumama dyan, absentee ka. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Thank you very much for joining. Round of applause for such a great game. Check out Plataporma. Ito, ngspiel.com, larong atin. You can also visit Neutral Grounds branches where you can get that. And soon to be on Lazada and Shopee.
Yes.
Alright, there you go.
Guys, hindi kayo nagsisisi. Napakalapit ng laro nito.
Angas, pare. And we want to play more games soon. Actually, we can include you. But that is it. This is another G3 special podcast. This is your host, BJB, along with Notch. Captain Mike is over there. Along with... Hindi umaten. Puro pagsama lang ang alam. Daming palusot. No? It was Ron Villaver and of course, the Freddie Tan. We'll see you guys next time. Baba, ako ang nagwagi, worship me in my role as your Lord and
Whatever.
Savior.
King Kong pa rin.
3 to 6 months, ubusin ko kayo lahat.
Patayin.
Good.